Well, hey guys, as promised, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing for you the top Korean skincare products, in my opinion, that I got back in December, what I have been loving the most. And all of these products you can get from Stylevana. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Stylevana, and if you're not familiar with Stylevana, I've been shopping through them for a couple of years now. They are a one-stop shop for all of your Asian beauty wants, needs, favorites. Stylevana aims to provide a wide array of affordable beauty products, and they also have the latest beauty tips and secrets on their website. Per usual, they have hooked me up with a fantastic discount code for you starting today and through the next 2 weeks. If you use my code INF10 Dr. Dray, that's going to save you 12% off your entire order. Or it can also save you 22% off of your order if it exceeds a certain threshold. Check the description box because I will have all the details about what that threshold entails. After 2 weeks, my discount code, while it's still good, it won't get you as much off. After 2 weeks, my code will save you 10% off of all orders or 15% off of orders exceeding a certain threshold. And again, I'll have those details in the description box. Stylevana has recently launched kit sets catering to different skin types. They're called Vana Family Kit Sets. These kits are just great for all skincare lovers. They're great as a beginner's guide or just for your everyday skincare needs. You can get 15% off of these kit sets using my code. I'll put links to the kit sets in the description box. And the folks at Stylevana were really thoughtful, and they put together these sets based on my favorites. And the sets are designed to be less expensive, more affordable, cheaper than buying the products individually. And my code will save you even more on these sets. So again, everything in the description box will be linked. As you guys know, back in December, I got a ton of Korean skincare products, and I've been trying out many. One product that I really want to talk about in today's video, because it definitely stood out to me the most and what I've been using the most consistently, it's their Madagascar Hyaluronic Cica Serum. When I originally got this, I thought, okay, another hydrating serum. But in addition to skin hydration, this also has ingredients and properties that address skin elasticity and the skin barrier, and it also has skin brightening ingredients. Now, I've been using this product consistently since December, and I have to tell you guys that every time I use it, I see and feel an appreciable difference in my skin. I notice that my skin is a lot softer. Now, it's not as though this product delivered results overnight, but I noticed that as the month went on throughout December, January, each time I used this product, I did notice an appreciable difference in skin texture, tone, just overall smoothness. Like anytime I touched my face, it was like, wow, my skin is so soft. And so I really started to look at the ingredients more carefully, and I noticed one of my favorite ingredients is in the serum, polyglutamic acid. I have an older video going into detail all about this ingredient, but I'm going to refresh your drink as to why I love this ingredient so much. Polyglutamic acid. Now, glutamic acid is an amino acid, and poly implies multiple. So just think of it as strings of glutamic acid. It is hydrating. It helps with improving the moisture content of the top layers of the skin, similar to other humectants like hyaluronic acid or glycerin. But in addition to that, it kind of cloaks the surface of the skin in almost like a sheet, a web that really helps in minimizing water loss out of the skin. So it has a bit of a skin shielding property to it. And for that reason, I attribute a lot of the benefits that I see perhaps to this ingredient, but of course to the formulation overall. This is a really lightweight and hydrating serum. I'm able to layer sunscreen on over it with no issues with pilling, and you don't need very much, as is the case with most serums. Just a few pumps will adequately cover the surface of your face and your neck. Unlike hyaluronic acid, polyglutamic acid is not something that is necessarily naturally found in your body, but it is a really effective skincare ingredient at a very low concentration. And one of the other things that I like about using polyglutamic acid in my skincare routine is that I do appreciate an improvement in skin elasticity. It's as though the skin surface has a lot more bounce and snap and overall brightness to it. But in addition to polyglutamic acid, this also has hyaluronic acid. They're a nice pairing together because they help with improving the moisture content of the top layers of the skin. And this has one of my favorite ingredients, very underrated in my opinion, niacinamide, a B vitamin that helps to reduce oxidative stress in the skin upon exposure to environmental stressors, but it also helps in stopping the transfer of pigment from the pigment cells to the neighboring skin cells, which is particularly valuable if you are on a journey to fading post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, basically dark spots left over from maybe old acne marks, or if you have some sunspots that you are actively trying to fade. Niacinamide is a great ingredient for that purpose, and it also has anti-acne effects, probably because of some of its ability to minimize inflammation. It's good for oily skin, but it's also very beneficial for the health of your moisture barrier. So it can really be beneficial if you're dealing with dry skin. And it's helpful for calming down redness, likely through some of its anti-inflammatory properties, making it a good ingredient for sensitive rosacea prone skin. In my mind, niacinamide is an ingredient that is worth considering in your skincare routine, regardless of what your skin type is. It likely can benefit you. That being said, some people do find that it burns, it stings, it's irritating to their skin, especially at higher percentages. This also has ceramide in it, which is going to be helpful for the moisture barrier, and panthenol, a moisturizing ingredient. Now, I will warn you, there are some botanic extracts in this that do, I believe, impart a bit of a fruity scent to it, but I genuinely see improvement in my skin, suppleness, elasticity, smoothness, hydration with this product. It doesn't surprise me because another product in this line from this brand that I really, really love is the corresponding sunscreen. I'm blanking on the videos, plural, where I sing the praises of Skin 1004's Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum. But this sunscreen is a great one if you're somebody who is looking for a moisturizer with SPF for everyday use. It gives a very nice dewy finish. It's a chemical sunscreen. I don't get any cast with this, as often is the case with chemical sunscreens. The filters in this include Uvinol A+, Uvinol T150, Tinosorb M, and Iscatrizanol. It also has some other ingredients in it that are beneficial for the skin, Centella asiatica extract. Now, Centella asiatica extract contains various antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds and has been shown to be beneficial for healing and recovery. It's thought to be helpful for improving wound healing and the final appearance of a scar. The Skin 1004 sunscreen also has niacinamide, again, helpful for redness, hyperpigmentation. Highly recommend that one. They're a perfect pairing. You could use the serum 1 to 2 times a day as tolerated. You can apply the serum, say first thing in the morning after cleansing, to the skin while it's a little bit damp. If you tolerate doing it that way, allow it to absorb, only takes a few minutes, and then apply the sunscreen on over it. They're very compatible and you don't get any pilling whatsoever. And then in the evening, you could likewise use the serum again if you like, or limit it to once a day if that's more convenient to you. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video that Stylevana has nicely paired up some of my favorites into sets, and the SPF bundle actually includes this sunscreen as well as a similar sunscreen that I would also encourage you to check out if you are dipping your toes in the waters of Korean sunscreens. It's one I have recommended and raved about in the past, and I love it. It's the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel SPF 50. It's a very similar formulation. However, in contrast to the Skin 1004 SPF 50, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel, it has hyaluronic acid, as the name implies. And I'm pointing that out because some of you love hyaluronic acid and others are not so keen on it. So if you don't care for hyaluronic acid in skincare products, then stick to the Skin 1004 sunscreen if you're looking for a Korean sunscreen. Whereas if you enjoy it, then consider the Isntree one. They both leave a very nice dewy finish to the skin, not greasy, not too shiny, but not cloyingly matte. They're sufficiently moisturizing to really keep the skin barrier happy and hydrated and really reduce water loss throughout the day while also protecting you from UV rays, and they're cosmetically elegant. Moving on, I have to talk about this moisturizer because it's like a godsend, and it's so simple, it's so basic, it's so I don't know, the kind of thing that you could easily pass up, but I was really impressed. It's the Goodall Vegan Rice Milk Moisturizing Cream. It has ceramide NP, and it also has glycerin. Now, if you're just looking at the ingredient list on this, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's got very basic moisturizing ingredients. It's free of fragrance. It doesn't have any common allergens in it. I mean, it doesn't have any real sexy ingredients, but man, the texture, the consistency, if you are looking for a rich, glossy cream, this is it. This is a fantastic night cream, in my opinion. I adore it. I love the texture. I love the consistency. It almost feels like a very rich eye cream, and I use it around my eyes. You guys know I'm a big advocate of using the same moisturizer that you use on your face to moisturize around your eyes, that you don't necessarily need a separate one. I know a lot of people who are gung-ho about eye creams. They like that richer texture of an eye cream. You need to try this facial moisturizer though, because it rivals many eye creams that I have tried. It's a pleasant experience to apply. It has a glossy texture to it, and something about the texture makes me think that those of you who have really oily skin but you're also dry, oiliness and dryness can go together, especially if you have acne-prone skin. Try this one out, because it's not, while it's thick, while it's rich, while it's nourishing, it's not heavy and it's not greasy. I want to point out though, Stylevana went ahead and included this one in the Skin Saviors bundle. I was talking about eye creams a moment ago, so I want to take a moment in this video to bring you guys up to date on a skincare favorite of mine from 2022, which I continue to love and adore and use. It's the Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum Ginseng plus retinol. But I've been seeing some questions and some comments from those of you who are interested in this product. First of all, do you need a dedicated retinaldehyde eye serum if you're already using a retinol to your face? Well, here's the thing. Whether it be retinol or retinaldehyde or a prescription retinoid, these ingredients, they can be pretty irritating when used around the eye, depending on the product formulation. Like prescription tretinoin, for example, is very irritating to the eyelids. And so it's, advised in many cases to avoid using it around the eyelids. But eyelid skin develops wrinkles, develops fine lines, and people want to address that with an evidence-based ingredient. Retinaldehyde certainly can be beneficial, but I do suggest to be on the safe side, to choose a product that is specifically formulated to be used around the eyes. Eyelid skin is really delicate, it's very thin, and it's just a lot more prone to irritation. The beauty, if you will, of the Beauty of Joseon eye serum with retinaldehyde is that not only can it be used safely to the eyelid area and around the eyes, but it also can be used to the rest of your face. You can start to notice an improvement in skin smoothness around 4 to 6 weeks. Then around 8 to 16 weeks, you might start appreciating some lightening of sunspots. Say you've got some dark discoloration around your eyes, you may start to notice some improvement around that time. Then around 16 weeks, you may start to appreciate a diminishment in the appearance of fine lines. That's kind of the timeline that you might expect. However, this product also has some other ingredients which may yield a bit more of an immediate gratifying experience for you. It has niacinamide, which can help in lightening some of those sunspots and is also helpful for improving the health of the moisture barrier. And when the moisture barrier is happy, including the delicate skin around the eyes, well, it's less prone to water loss, it's more hydrated, and as a result, fine lines are a lot more subtle. This product also has licorice root extract in it, or compounds from licorice root that can be anti-inflammatory and can help with skin brightening, lightening up dark spots, as well as having an anti-redness effect. Let me know in the comments how you like this product, because I know so many of you tried it out, but hopefully this answers your questions, those of you who were kind of on the fence about trying it. It's really great. I actually continue to use it to my eyelids. I don't use my prescription retinoid to my eyelids. I've been using this and I really like it. No dry eyes. That's another common concern that people ask me about. I have a whole video going into detail about, do retinols or retinaldehydes, will they cause dry eye syndrome? So check that video out. All right, that's all of the skincare, but I have to admit to you guys, it's probably obvious to you that I have been dabbling in makeup for going on over a year now. I've really just gotten into it a lot. And many years ago, way before I was on YouTube, I did wear makeup. And then when I went through a period of time where I just was not interested in wearing makeup whatsoever. And then I kind of got back into it fairly recently. Not a ton. I mostly enjoy wearing eye makeup, lip stains, very subtle. But I have to tell you, I have been so impressed with Korean makeup. You know, I get sent a lot of very high-end makeup products, and I have to tell you, I've tried out some of the more expensive brands, and I keep going back to the Korean products because they just are superior. They're superior in the pigments, the durability, and they give a very natural look. So products that I have been using lately that I highly suggest checking out, very basics. I mentioned in my, I think it was both my December and January favorites, this product made an appearance. It's the Etude House Mask Proof Fixing Tint. This is a liquid lipstick, which I have always shied away from those. They look messy on me. They make a mess. They smear all over the place. This is amazing. It does not transfer onto, say for example, if you're wearing a mask, it doesn't do that. It doesn't smear around. It stays in place like a gem, but it's not super drying either. I have it in two shades, Midnight Mauve, which I'm wearing here, and Analog Rose. It's a nice matte lipstick, but it's not drying. It somehow manages to be matte and non-transfer while also being moisturizing and hydrating. It lasts all day and it's easy to apply. I will also point out, it makes a great cheek stain. If you want a little bit of blush, try these out. So I've been so happy with these liquid lipsticks that I saw a comment a couple of months ago from some of you, a couple of comments actually, telling me I needed to try the Etude House brow pencil. Oh my gosh, thank you for that recommendation. It's the name of the product is the Etude House Drawing Eyebrow. I have number 3, which is a brown shade. And I have used many brow pencils over the years, including, like I said, from some of the more popular and expensive brands. This eyebrow pencil is superior. It lasts, it doesn't flake, and it's easy to glide through. With many of the eyebrow pencils that I've tried, a real problem that I don't care for is that they are not soft enough to transfer the pigment efficiently to the skin, and therefore I have to put so much force that it ends up pulling at the brow hairs that I have, which I don't like. It lasts all day and it's easy to use, and it has a nice shape that is natural to the curvature of the brow hairs. It really nicely goes over the brow. I believe they have some other shades, but I have brown eyebrows, so I stick with brown. I'm not trying to have multicolor eyebrows. Cheetah brows. All right, you guys, so those are the Korean beauty products that I have been using and loving since December or even earlier, and have continued to use and really have been impressed by. I hope this video and review was helpful to you guys. Again, thank you Stylevana for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to use my code and check out the bundles and the sets. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.